again, I've just like tried and talking, like, standing up and stuff, and I've just been a lot anxious. Like, it's difficult, honestly. Like, talking and standing with people everywhere around you is difficult, but I actually got good after like some tries. So yeah, wait. Oh my god. Okay, wait for me to get on my hoodie. Okay. It's not that freezing, but I just want to have it. I feel like more comfy in it. So yeah, let's drink water and begin. Let's go. I have to talk more loudly because I'm farther away and I don't have a mic for now. So yeah. Okay. On the topic of decision making. So when it comes to decision making, it's different yet it's the same. What I mean is, it's the same when it comes to choosing, but it's different when it comes to doing it. So it's like you can choose a path. Sure, they're like, it's the same when you can just choose the same path. Like, people can choose the same path, but it is different when it comes to the how you're gonna do it, because not everybody's the same. Something that works for me may not work for you, and something that may work for you may not work for me. You never know. So it's all about practice. It's all about experience. And if you don't know how to do it, let me give you an example. Actually, let me like stand up. So you see these two paths. We call this path 1, path 2, left, right. If you were to choose this one, the path 1, would it not be scary to not know what's on the end? Or this one, would it not be scary to know what's on the end? Would you not be curious to know what's on the end? So if you're curious, you go ahead and you go one way. You go onto this path. You go halfway. Done. And you're like, oh yeah, I'm halfway. I know what it's about. I don't like it. Let me go back. Let me go back all the way back. Beginning. You go the other path to see what's on there. Halfway. You're like, I don't like it either, but I know what it's like, but I don't like it. I'm gonna go back. Beginning again. So most of the times you think that you've reached the end when you've only reached your end, not the end. The end is somewhere there, far there. This is like only halfway, maybe not even that, when you call it your end. So now that we know what it is important to commit, because if you don't commit, you will never reach the end. You have to commit in something, because if you believe in something, you can commit to it. Let's say, I'm gonna give an example, YouTube. I think that's like the best example there is, because I've been on YouTube, like I've been uploading videos pretty consistently for like a year almost. A year. And have I made some progress? No. Is it the end of my path? No, I'm not even 10% there. I'm not giving up, and I believe in myself. So I only have to be patient. Just patient. And the progress will come with the consistency. My part is to be consistent. What follows, I guess we'll never know. Then now that we know why is it important to be committed and do 100%, we need to understand how, like which path to choose. We need to know which path to choose, because if you don't know what path to choose, what are you doing? Just like, what are you doing? You're just wasting time on the wrong path. So let's think of this. How do you choose a path? Like, if you were like just before in past, how did you choose to do something? We're like, I'm just gonna do it, like I'm gonna see what's up. You didn't like it, you went back and tried another thing. For me, it was like back so many years. I tried chess, I tried dancing, I tried football, and football was the one that I stick to for 10 years almost. 10 years, and that's crazy. So when you don't know how to make a decision, people buy, and cars. When you don't know how to make a decision, here are some questions that you can just ask to guide you. Number one, in 1 year's time, what would I regret not having started today? Second question, when I'm on my deathbed, what will I regret having or not having done? Generally, these questions gives you a perspective to look at what is interesting to you. Because let's say you're on your deathbed and you were like, I wish I had done so much more work, I had committed to this so much more, I had given this much more thought before doing it, I had practiced more, I had loved more, I have experienced more, loved more, given more adventure. Come back to reality and make all those wishes come true. You have the time, you're not on the deathbed, hopefully, and you can just make them come true. If you want to hang out with friends, hey, I want to hang out, can we please hang out? I miss you, let us hang out. That easily. Just that easily. Third question, how might I treat this like an experiment? Run a small experiment on something that you want to pursue. Before you commit 100%, so before you commit 100%, run a small experiment. Let's say you're a YouTuber and you really want to get into drop shipping. That's cool, you have an idea, you have the motivation and stuff. Boom, put it into practice. How do you put it into practice? Research and do stuff. And before you commit to 100%, before you pay the plans of the Shopify store, you have to just run a little store, like something on the side for like a month or two to see if you really enjoy doing that while doing YouTube. Then you will just see if you enjoy it. Just see if you enjoy it. If it is practical with your time, with YouTube school, blah blah blah. If you like it, commit to 100%. That's just that easy to make a decision. Make it like a small experiment. See if you like it. If you like it, commit. That's it. On the next point, my favorite point since recently is put your faith into God. This is more on the religious side, and you will have a little timetable there where it will say put faith into God. If you're not religious, you can go ahead and skip. If you're religious, welcome. This is gonna be amazing. I love this. So I know that putting faith in God can be difficult because you don't know what is ahead. You don't know what's in years time when you, like, let's say 5 years, like, you don't know where you're gonna be. But you know what, it doesn't matter as long as you can put your faith into God and you can trust in Him. Even when He's not giving you a response, when He's not talking back to you, you know that by past stuff, by the past blessings and miracle that He gave you, you know that He's going to do something. Because God is always listening to you. He hears you. But He may not respond and reply right away. He may not take action right away. It's not that He's lazy. It's just that God knows the right time for the things that He does for you. So He may not do something. He may not help you right now because you're not meant to be helped right now. You're meant to be helped sometime in the future. You're meant to learn sometime in the future, but not right now. And that's where patience comes in. That's when faith in God comes in. It's like God giving you a challenge so He will see how loyal you are to Him, how He will see how much you need Him, how desperate you are for Him, and how much you want to have this. If you don't put faith in God, if you don't need Him, if you act like it's just a daily thing, if you don't care, if you don't make a trouble or seek help, God will not help you because you don't need Him. You didn't search for Him. And if you search for Him for like 2-3 days and you just give up, that's like giving up. Why should you give up? You should never give up. Just continue being consistent and put faith into God. But so many of us want to put faith into God. So many want to have faith, and so many of us want to take a leap of faith where we can see where we're going to land. That is the problem. So many of us want to put faith into God where we can see where we can land. That defeats the purpose of faith into God, because putting faith into God, okay, strategy. Let's just go to 2 Corinthians 5-7. We walk by faith and not by sight. We walk by faith and not by sight. We walk by faith, not by sight. So we can walk blindly, but we can trust God what will happen. We can put all our worries, put all our thoughts, and put all our ideas into God and not worry about the plan. Because in this quote, 2 Corinthians 5-7, it is talking about how we must, or we should, walk by faith and not by sight. By sight meaning that we would make our own plan and we would go by that plan. That is not walking by faith, that is walking by yourself. You believe in yourself and you believe in your plan, but you do not believe in God's plan. God's plan. God's plan. Yeah. So put faith into God and don't believe your own path. Because God has a plan for you. God knows what is best for you, and God knows that whatever plan you make, His plan is better. If He gives you like 20 days, if He gives you and me 20 days to make a plan better than His, you cannot do it in 12,000 years. You cannot ever do it, because God has the best plan for you. If you have a problem and you can only solve it like 6 times, God can solve it 1,000 times. 1,000 times He can solve a problem that you cannot solve 7 times. So He has the perfect plan for you. That's why you should trust Him. That's why you should put faith in Him. Now, we know about why we should commit. We know how we should commit. We know why we need faith in God. What about ambitions? You have a lot of ambitions. What do you do with a lot of ambitions? You have football, dance, school, drawing, YouTube, drop shipping, language learning. So many options. But what do you actually do? Here's what you should do. So pick 3 most important things. Just like first that comes to mind: football, school, YouTube. Pick those 3 things and focus on them. Have you ever heard the quote, "Jack of all trades, master of none"? You know what that means? A jack of all trades is somebody that's good in many things, but he's not an expert in any of them. He's like good in 15 things, but he's not good in one of them. He's not an expert in one of them. Do you want to be someone that's like mediocre in like so many things, but he's never good in any of them? He's not good in one thing? No. So focus up. Focus up, bro. Like, just focus on 3 things. Don't care about drawing. Don't care about language learning. Don't care about nothing else than those 3 things. For example, YouTube, football, and school. Because when you commit your whole time to only 3 things, because realistically, you're not somebody that can do 15 things at once. If you are, congratulations. I don't know what to tell you. You're superhuman. I don't know. But good job. Focus on 3 things. And when you're doing those 3 things, it's really important. When you're doing something for those 3 things, don't do all those 3 things at once. Focus on one of those 3. Focus on one. And when you're doing this one, put your whole focus onto that. Have it like in the morning, you're doing YouTube work. You're filming a video, you're editing a video. When you're doing that, focus on that. Have your whole mindset onto that. Have like, I'm supposed to like have the best edits. Like, how can I edit the best? How can I edit the fastest? or if you're recording, how can I record the best, how can I talk the best, how can I give the best advice. And when you're done with that, when you've completed one of those 3 ambitions, you're like, oh wait, I actually have more ambitions. Which one are those? Oh yeah, football. When you're done editing, take a little rest, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, like drink some water or get ready for it. And then next ambition, football. When you're on football, train the hardest, give your hardest, train till failure if you're doing push-ups, like for strength and core. Like, give it your all, shoot the most shots, run the most laps. Give it your all if you're training on your own, which is, I think, the best thing, to just train on your own, because that shows a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of discipline and time and effort. So if you're done with the second ambition, you're like, I remember I have the third ambition, which is school. Let me just study a little bit for 2 hours. You know what 2 hours of studying looks like? 2 hours of studying, you can read so much pages in an hour. Imagine 2 hours. Guys, bro, I don't know, I'm so happy. Imagine 2 hours of studying. You can learn so much, and if you have even more, that's even better. If you have flow state that is good enough for 2 hours, it can probably be better for 4 hours. And in 4 hours, you can do God knows what. Ask him. Like, so many stuff. So when you're doing something, focus on that 100%. Give it 100%. It'll be a card up here, somewhere probably here, where it'll lead you to the last video, where it is giving you 100%. Now, when we covered everything, we've covered so many stuff about decision making. So I hope you get that value from this. And honestly, I don't know, this made my day. I've been struggling to record a video so much, and I've been holding the phone in the air and like talking and stuff. I was so nervous, you don't even know. But I don't know why. It's so much easier when I'm not holding the phone. It's so much easier in the hoodie. I don't know why, dude. It's so good, and I'm really blessed that I'm grateful that I have this. So subscribe if you like the way I talk. If you like the thing that I say, subscribe and leave a like. Actually, leave a comment if you don't like something. I like, leave a comment if you like something. Just give that feedback, and remember to stay positive. Bye bye.